Hi everyone, this is Miss Granger. In this video, we're going to focus on the last section of Lesson 3, all about urbanization. You should find this information on the back of your notes under the section on the working class. It should say urbanization. So first, what does it really mean? Well, the word urban means from the city. This is in contrast to the word rural, which means from the country. So if we say urbanization, it means we're kind of becoming or creating the city, the cityization of society. So let's talk about it. So when we talk about living conditions during this time, we're talking about people's lives when they were not at work. Remember that people worked a lot in the working class during this time, but when they weren't there, their indoor living conditions in urban areas, the cities, were generally pretty horrible. Workers often lived in slums. These were heavily populated parts of a city that were overpopulated and dirty. In the slums, workers lived in tenements, and a tenement was a kind of giant apartment complex that was, again, overcrowded. They were usually in buildings of 4 to 6 stories, and they usually had 4 or more families on each floor. Tenements were often pretty unclean, and they were extremely dangerous at times. There were very few rooms that had windows to provide light and fresh air. You can imagine how stuffy and not aired out the place really was. Many tenements lacked a sewer service, meaning they didn't have any indoor plumbing. And sometimes the only source of water was a single faucet in a courtyard that many people used. So you can probably imagine that living in such close quarters or living so close together without proper sanitation or really cleanliness led to the spread of lots of diseases. And unfortunately, this killed lots of people, including infants, who were babies, and young children. In addition, fires were a constant worry in these cramped spaces, and evacuating for an actual fire that happened was pretty chaotic. One person described these large, cheaply constructed apartments as, quote, great prison-like structures of brick with narrow doors and windows, cramped passages, and steep, rickety stairs. So why then did people even move to the city if conditions were so bad? Why would they even be pulled to this particular location? Take a look at the contributing factors on the right-hand side of your notes. So contributing factors to urbanization or creating of the city, there were lots of jobs in factory work. Factories were typically located in towns, and migrants, or people who moved to a particular location, settled near those factories. And as a result, the population in those towns increased. And with that population increase, all sorts of other goods and services were needed, and so life just kind of exponentially grew from towns into cities because of this supply and demand issue. This is really when people start to move to different countries. We have a big population that moves, for example, from Europe, from China, from Japan, to the United States. Factory system was very prevalent in the United States. There were lots of jobs, and so this was a big pull factor for migrants who were looking for higher wages, a better life, even though it turned out that the conditions were quite poor. But it was a very big pull factor to have the amount of work that places like the United States and England did. All right, this is your final time to stop and lightly highlight 5 terms from the box above and write them in your A through Z chart. Remember, this should be in the same color as you've been doing for the whole page for Lesson 3. Once you're done with that, you will see your teacher, show them your notes, and you will roll the dice for your mastery check. On your mastery check, remember, you should be using all of the information in these notes to complete your little half sheet. Good luck, and be sure to check with your teacher for any questions.